Hello everybody, my name is Jan and today we're again looking at a game. This time it's a little different from what I usually do. As you would probably see, it's no Minecraft nor is it any other 3D game that you would download and play, but it's a browser-based game and I don't actually play a lot of those. This is actually the only one I play. It's called NationStates. You can find it if you go to nationstates.net. It's a game where you cannot win and everything you do well, basically influences your own country. So you really make your own country, as for example in Ars Burgundia, which is another website that also allows you to make your own country. So yeah, that's basically what you do. This website is a little bit better for me personally because it's a lot, well, I wouldn't say easier, but just a lot, well, quicker to do. You don't really need a lot of time. I don't really have a lot of time, and therefore this is like the perfect website for me. But let's just get straight into it. Once you sign up, you basically have to choose what kind of system you'd like to be. You can choose Commonwealth, you can choose Dictatorship, you can choose Jingoistic States, whatever that is. But basically I chose to be a federal republic. Obviously your name, Krata, you can later on choose your national religion, capital city, and so on and so forth. I'm not at that point yet because you have to be at, well, a certain amount of, population. I only have 40 million, so not a lot right now. But basically I will get there eventually. And yeah, as you can see, there's my flag. The flag you can actually make yourself, or you can just choose one of an existing country. Obviously the slogan is right here, you can define it right at the beginning. The category is basically what the game decides to put me in. Now there's quite a lot of them and it depends on how, where you're standing in those three categories. Civil rights, as you can see, excellent. Economy, pretty good. Political freedom's excellent as well. Now, excellent is not the best one. There's like world benchmark as well. Economy, I think frightening is the best. Now, as you can see here, I'm in the East Pacific. I'm going to get to that in a second. Regional influence menu so far. And this text right here is a text that you cannot influence, which is why a lot of nations also have fact books. But basically, this is just a little text that informs you as the nation's leader of what you've been doing. It's based on the national happenings that you can see here. So as you can see, for example, here, 16 hours ago, following new legislation, high-income earners pay 100% tax rate. Now, it doesn't really say that they do in the issue. It just says that they have to pay a lot more. But we'll get to that in... Well, actually, we'll get to that now because that's how we actually define this tax. You can see I have one issue right now. I get 2 a day, which is the maximum amount of issues you can get a day. Now, my current issue is Close Encounters of the Sci-Fi Kind, ? And you will always get an issue. In my case, it's a sighting of UFOs, and you have 3 different points. It's actually between 2 and 4, and I've chosen to basically be like, we just ignore this. And also you can just ignore this thing altogether, so basically not take a stand on it. But if you do that for too long, you will suffer anyway, so it's not a good thing to do. You should really decide upon this. And as you can see here, there's no right or wrong. It's just dependent on how you want to rule your country. If you go through telegrams, obviously there are other nations as well, and basically, yeah, that's where other nations send you invites, send you ideas, and ask you about stuff. For example, this country asked me, did you already throw out your military? Because I sent a message that we might want to do that. I haven't quite decided yet, but yeah, that's basically what's been going on. Now, the monarchy of our Ronia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is one of my favorite nations so far for a variety of reasons. Now, this one is basically just, well, my personal notebook of stuff that I'd like to keep in mind, but I think I can actually remove this because it's basically a nation where someone invited me to join, but I don't think I'm going to. Now, reports is just basically, it shows me that Barkran was founded and basically all the nations that are founded in my region. So yeah, obviously settings, you can choose your email address and stuff. I'm not going to show you my email address, that's why I'm kind of avoiding that right now. The East Pacific, that's my region, so I can move to a different region if I want. It's kind of weird to be able to move a country into a different region just like that, but anyway. So as you can see, those are not the best nations. Those are just the highest police ratios. So this one would actually not be nothing like me, and that's good. Um, which is actually funny. The free and happy state, but it has like the sixth highest police ratio, which is kind of funny. But all right then. But basically, this is just you have a delegate, and that's basically what it's about. Delegate in the what? In the World Assembly. The world just basically is about, you know, who has the best stuff. I can just show it quickly, but basically, who's like the best and stuff. So, yeah. But the World Assembly is where all the fun is happening. The General Assembly, I'm not in the Security Council, but I successfully applied for the World Assembly, the General Assembly. I voted for the International Expositions Act, which is a resolution that has actually been proposed by this guy up here, Astro Malsidari WAC. And basically, the World Assembly is really structured like a real resolution. I know that because I've been to a model United Nations conference. But basically, it's really structured like a real one. It basically, he sends in something that he would like, and then it gets voted on. If it gets 40 votes, it gets really voted upon again. And as you can see here, just a lot more votes for than against. So we've been voting for that as well for a variety of reasons. Not going to explain those in detail. Before that, we had freedom in medical research. Again, I was also voting in favor of that. And so, yeah, pretty cool. You can actually vote in Security Council decisions as well. I did also vote in favor of Condemn Lone Wolves United. So yeah, that's really where most of the fun is happening. And then even more fun is happening in the forums. Now, obviously, there's your usual, forum game stuff in Forum 7 right here. But you also have factbooks and national information, which I'm going to show you in a second. But also you have basically declarations of war, global economics, and so on and so forth, where you basically role play. It's really interesting. For example, right here it says invasion of CSR, and if you click on it, it's basically saying Republic of China decides to invade CSR, which is apparently a communist social republic of something, and basically they have been attacked or whatever, and now basically people say, okay, we're going to send troops, we're going to kill troops, and there's no government, there are rules and stuff, but it's basically like a role play where you say, we fire a missile, 10 of you die, okay, now it's your turn. So yeah, it appears to be quite fun, but I haven't actually tried it yet. And what I wanted to show you is the embassy program that we actually have. As you can see here, you have your logo, which the more professional have. And then obviously you have pictures of your embassy, you have application forms, and well, those nations are actually in there, plus another one that was too lazy to update it yet. Free trade with, and so on and so forth. So basically they apply, you read through this, either say, okay, we'd like you to be, in our country or not, which I've approved everyone so far. And that's basically what NationStates is about, what the forums is about. So if you'd like to check it out, you can again do so by going to nationstates.net, and it's a lot of fun. I would recommend it. It's not definitely no game for everyone because it does take some time to get used to, plus it doesn't have 3D graphics that are increasingly awesome. But again, thank you very much for watching, and this game would be a recommendation. And so yeah, have a nice day, and if you like and if you have a second, feel free to leave a comment, vote for this video wherever, thumbs up, whatever, and if you'd also like, you can subscribe. But mainly, just have fun and have a nice day. Thank you.